Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ho. H to the OP.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to SA Rugby Magazine. I have a special guest, special to me, Zels now. How you, bud?
I'm good, Kev. Great
good.
to be back.
You look as fit as a butcher's dog.
I'm glad we're both in the same WhatsApp channel. White tees to keep it fresh.
Tidy whities.
Tidy whities.
It has been a while since we did a rugby video.
I mean,
It's sort of like feast or famine, huh?
after the World Cup, I mean, how do you kind of come back from that? It's pretty the highest of the highs.
How do you keep it going, I guess, yeah. Look, I got my car,
Did you?
as you know, Springbok Green.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, the amount of beeps I get, people coming over taking photos, every car guard telling me the amount of people that come up and take photos of that. So I'm glad that people are finding it funny or not.
Yeah.
I think there's some serious Buck fans out there and that like it. I mean,
I had a mate come up to me and say, Eben Etzebeth looks totally different in real life compared to TV. I said, no, that was Kevin Ferguson. It's just the car. It's just a wrap on the car, but it's not Eben.
I think that's the most disappointing thing I see on people's faces, right? Because I'm a big lad.
Yeah.
And I get out of the car, and they're like, who the fuck? Who? Beep. You're going to beat that. Eh? Who's that? And they can't quite place me because I'm not that person.
Exactly.
I'm nobody.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And the look of disappointment when I'm not anything to do with the Springboks.
Right.
Just a personal thing. So the look of...
Admit it, you get a bit of a kick out of that, though, Kev.
I know because I've seen it happen so many times now. I know how it's going to play out, right? It's like...
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, it's who you. Yeah, so that's quite
brilliant.
funny.
That is funny.
People have been so complimentary.
Awesome.
But I am getting it changed back now. I think
All Blacks, black or...
No, I don't know. I might want to go with that white thing that
Love
I
it.
wanted.
The white pearl.
But didn't get the white pearl. Arr.
I like that.
Not the black pearl, as
Yeah.
in
Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow. So we have an interesting game. We're not going to talk about anything else. I'm not going to talk about the hapless Sharks and the Lions. I think from a betting point of view, I'd have to back the Lions. But we have a game.
Benetton Glasgow. Stormers, Bulls.
Always beat me to the punch. Ospreys versus Zebra.
Exactly. Let's chat about it.
No, Bulls, Stormers.
Yeah, huge one.
They're getting bigger and bigger. It's like what would you compare it to? It's like a big balloon just going to pop and drop paint over somebody. It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And the memes with the 7-Up, the behind the black ball.
Yeah.
And Jake, I hate reading rhetoric from coaches when they're trying to say the right things, but actually not humble and not giving enough credit to John Dobson. Dobbo is magic.
Yeah, they've done good things.
They've done almost everything asked of them.
Correct.
The only thing they could have done more was win two URCs in a row, and they fell 2 minutes short of that.
Yes.
With a brain fart from Money Lebok. I think it was Money, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're going for an 8th win. Bulls never beaten. And I'll say that again, never beaten the Stormers in the URC.
It talks to the richness and the depth of the rivalry in South African rugby that one team has beaten the other 7 times in a row, and we're still going into this match as though it's neck and neck.
Well, no, we're not. We're actually going in with the Bulls 4-10 favorites.
Well, exactly.
Which means that the Stormers are 2-1 underdogs.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know what Dobbo must be the Rodney Dangerfield of rugby coaching, because he gets no respect.
Right.
And he's outcoached Jake in every one of those games, every single one.
So an interesting thing for me, and it's something that I spoke about in the last 2 seasons of URC, the pillar of Stormers rugby has been those 2 big boys up front, Stephen Kitsoff and Frans Malherbe. I mean, there's more to it than just those 2 guys.
Yes.
But Malherbe is basically the backbone of South African rugby, and to some extent, he anchors the Bok pack.
Yes.
He anchors the Stormers pack.
Yeah.
And
he anchors whatever he wants to anchor.
Correct, man. Yeah. And so the Bulls had the opposite, right? They had 2 guys pretty unheralded that they were growing on the job. And so when I heard that Wilco Low was on his way back, I thought this is going to bring some balance to this rivalry. And Wilco is a guy coming back from injury this week. And it seems like Malhaber's making his way back from injury this week. So it really is going to be the best versus the best where it counts the most. You know, if you can win scrum penalties and get field position, you're in a position to drive lineouts over for tries, and that's a great source of tries. So that can really swing this thing. So it really does come down to a clash of the titans in that respect. Quite keen to see how that plays out.
Well, you know, there's that's called this is maybe a bit a stretch. I'm going to try it on though. His double, the Jurgen Klopp. His double, because he's personable.
He's got the personality.
He's engaging, and he's a guy people will fight for. His team. I mean, I'm talking about people. They want to play for him.
Yeah.
You know, he gets it. Whereas you got Jake, who's not the most personable lad in the world. He doesn't. He's a schoolmaster. He's the antithesis of double, and they both are the antithesis of each other.
Right.
And I find it fascinating because it just, what are the memes going to be like with 8? I'm sure there's guys already, creating them and stuff like that.
Totally.
And it's not, it's intriguing because to win 7 in a row,
exactly,
that is an achievement.
Yeah, it's a massive achievement.
It's unheard of in a lot of sports.
It is unheard of. Yeah. And look, there was a period where the Bulls had the wood on the Stormers, and
7 in a row,
and drove it home. Yeah, I think definitely to your point about the coaches, 2 very different personalities. Love both those guys, proven themselves in their own respects. Obviously, I think Jake alluded to it earlier in the week where he said Dobbo and his coaching team have been together for the better part of 15 years. And what Dobbo, Davy Snyman, and Norman Lake have got that the Bulls don't have is a unit that worked together. Even though it was off the radar, through some very trying times in the history of Western Province rugby, with some boardroom distractions, and then working with players that were very, let's say, unheralded,
well,
they
had every reason to pack it up, pack it in.
Yeah.
To give up. No, I'm being a bit dramatic, but I mean, if they could have been so demotivated.
Totally.
And now that they've got new owners, and by all accounts, some excellent characters, guys with a lot of commercial experience, guys that know what they're doing, and taking no prisoners when it comes to installing good governance and all those things that I think were lacking for a long time in the Stormers. Should be better days. Should be even better days for the Stormers.
Totally.
But the one thing that Jake has that forget about the 15 years with the coaching team. What he's had seems to be an unlimited budget. Big checkbook. You got Rupert and Motsepe, two doyens of industry, captains of industry, should we say?
Yeah.
And able to fulfill whatever Jake's requests have been.
Yeah. I mean, so everyone has to operate under the salary cap, so there are some limitations. And also you've got to operate under the availability of guys.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Is that, writing checks and bringing in, when you're bringing in and spending more money, you're also bringing in bigger egos generally. I mean, totally. That's a fact.
Totally.
So maybe double, not having that checkbook has actually turned out as an advantage. Because I know I'd heard, I don't know if it's true, but I heard that Willie Roux was supposed to come to Cape Town and that they had talks and Dobbo thought he could spend the money elsewhere. Now, nothing against Willie Roux, he's a great rugby player, a class act, and I was surprised that they didn't pursue it. But obviously he knows a lot more. He's forgotten more about rugby than I'll ever learn.
Right.
And what intrigues me about this game is the 23-10, which means it's when you put down 10 rand, you're going to get your 10 rand back plus another 23.
Right.
On a Stormers win when they've beaten them 7 in a row. This makes this an easy betting proposition for me. There's Murphy's Law. Surely they've got to win at some stage. There's a lot of stuff that the Bulls have going for them. They've got a good team on paper, but I have to back. I'm going 8. I'm I'm all in on 8.
I love it. That's cool. I mean, and the fact that the odds, it's a good bet is is interesting and great for the for the bookies as well. It creates interest around the game. I mean,
it should be a packed.
What are the odds on a draw? What are the odds on a draw? Because I just got a feeling. I got a feeling on this one, Kev. I got a feeling.
It could be gas. It could be gas.
I think it might be that Riani from last night.
What were the odds on you coming out with a conspiracy?
Very, very high.
A draw. It's about the same chance as the world being proven flat.
Right.
They're astronomical. 30-1. You lay down 10 rand, you'll win 300 back. So
okay.
300 plus a 10. So, yeah, it's substantial. But when you look at it from a point of view that the Bulls are favored by 6.5, it's not that bad of a bet when you're looking at small margins, right?
Totally.
Two teams that are reasonably equal on paper. I mean, look.
You can make a case for both of these teams, right? And that's why it's surprising to me that the Bulls are such heavy favorites.
Yeah, I think it'll be. I think these games aren't high scoring, are they?
No, they're not. And I mean, so we're looking at the Stormers coming. I think they're on a 6-game winning streak. I think they've won 7 of their last 8.
Yeah.
And the Bulls are on a 4-game winning streak, having won.
Who did they lose to out of those 8?
Who, the Stormers?
Well,
they lost to Leicester.
Who did
the Bulls? Yeah, they lost to a team from Cape Town.
Stormers.
The Stormers, and then Leon. Yeah.
Look, I'm picking 8 in a row. I definitely love the odds.
Not a bad shout.
Love Dobbo. What a class act.
You're going to give us a score prediction?
Yeah, I'm going to go with a 25-20 Stormers victory. What about you?
I'm saying 22-22. It's a draw. They play to a stalemate.
Folks, I'm sorry.
You tuned in for this. Why?
For all serious punchers out there.
30-1, I'm rich.
Dude, yeah, you don't have to work here anymore.
I do it for the love, Kev. I do it for the love.
You're going to come in singing Dolly Parton, take this job and shove it, right? Well, I hope it's not a draw because I enjoy working with you and we certainly need your talent. So you saying a draw and with a straight face?
With a straight face.
Yeah, I don't know. It's got, yeah. Yeah.
Great to catch up, Kev.
Yeah, great to catch up. You remind me of my daughter when she says, Dad, I need 4 hours of screen time a day. With a straight face, you know? Z, always great. You going 22-22.
You going 25-20.
25-20 for the
Stormers,
and this is a game I will be watching for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. Best of luck to both teams and both coaches.
You act just like movie directors. This ain't a movie, dog.